So you go to the gym today and you need to do cardio and lifting. Question is, which one should you do first? I know what a lot of people say, but I have a completely different opinion and I can back it up with facts. Hey, I'm Tammy from liftingmyspirits.com, and I didn't even start with this fitness stuff until I was 47. So I do have a completely different perspective and a different opinion about this cardio come first or weights come first thing. And we are starting now. The most common advice that's out there is pretty general. They say to do what's most important to you first. Well, what's most important to me is not getting hurt. I did a little research. I learned about the energy systems that the body uses, and there are three. One becomes more dominant depending on the activity that you're doing, but the key point here is that they are running simultaneously. So I started looking at this question of what comes first, cardio or lifting, from a completely different perspective. I started thinking about what is it that my body needs. All right, so first energy system is called the ATP-CP system. It's an anabolic system. It does not use oxygen, and it only lasts for a few seconds. The second energy system uses glucose. We have a small amount of glucose stored in our muscles, but we also have glucose in our bloodstream. This one only lasts for a few minutes. This is the energy system that you need to use when you are lifting. And when you rest between sets, your body replenishes that glucose in the muscles and it pulls it out of your bloodstream. The third energy system uses oxygen. It's aerobic. It's the one that we use during cardio, but it's also the one that we use during the day, just doing our normal activities. Yeah, but here's the thing, that third energy system, the one that can go all day long, it uses your glucose too. The reason they say do what's most important first is because whatever you do second will be less intense because you're going to be depleted. Well, what's most important for a lot of people is fat loss. So if you do a decent cardio first, it's going to use all three energy systems. The aerobic one is the one that's dominant, but it will use up your stored glucose as well. And lifting needs glucose. So no matter what your actual focus is, you don't want your muscles to be depleted so that you have more stress put on your connective tissues in your joints. Now, this is probably not a big deal when we were younger, but when we're older, we've got more miles on these connective tissues and joints. So the more I learned about this, I went, wait a minute. Safety becomes a much bigger priority. We need to have proper form, we have to have controlled movements, and we need to have a functioning brain that can focus on these things. And I know if I do a cardio before I lift, that brain function is a little iffy. Anything you do that's going to put yourself in a weaker position when you go to pick up weight, that's not a good idea. Well, if you're thinking, well, I'll just lift lighter. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get some benefit from it, but you're not going to get the same benefit from doing the work with weight if you're not using progressive overload. Every time you go into the gym, you need to be thinking about whether or not you can lift more weight, whether or not you can lift another rep, or whether or not you can lift another set. You need to continue to push yourself to do a little bit more than you did last time. So if you're not pushing yourself like that, then you're not doing a smart lifting program. You're just putting wear and tear on your body. Hey, I'm not poo-pooing cardio here. I do cardio because keeping the body fat in check and having a healthy heart is important to me. That's good general health. But for those people who feel like, well, that's my most important thing, so I'm going to do it first because I want to have a lean, fit body, that's not the way to get the lean, fit body. Improving your body composition by not just dropping fat, but also by increasing muscle is the way to go here. And doing it safely is the smartest way to do it. Since glucose is limited and oxygen is not, I'm going to always do my lifting before I do a cardio. Having muscle on your frame as you get older and keeping it is a really good idea. None of us want to lose our balance and fall down. So even if fat loss is your priority, your lifting is the most important part of that workout, not your cardio. When I first started lifting, I knew nothing, and there's a lot of little random things that I wish I would have known. I took those things and I made this video. Check it out now.